Hello and welcome everyone to the Friday, September 6th edition of the Contributor Comms team meeting. As usual, a reminder that we operate under a code of conduct, which essentially says to be respectful of your fellow speakers and attendees and generally be excellent to each other. Here at the beginning of the meeting, we like to offer an opportunity for anyone on the call to introduce themselves if they would like to, totally optional. I will kick things off. I'm Caslin Fields, and I am a co-lead of this sub-project, which is the ContribEx sub-project for contributor communications. So this is a subgroup of SIG contributor experience, which I am also a co-chair of in this case. But the purpose of this group is to make sure that contributors across the community understand what's going on in the community, and also that folks external to the community understand the awesome work that contributors are doing. Anyone else like to introduce themselves?
Certainly. I'm Chris Short. I am also a lead of this sub-project with Caslin. Been around the project for a long time, and I'm very happy to be here after missing a couple meetings. Almost didn't make this one somehow. Here we are.
I'm glad you made it. Anyone else?
I can go next. Hi everyone, my name is Arvind. I've been part of SIG ContribEx for some time now. I'm the com shadow as well for KCSNA and logging shadow with Federico and a recent org member. So hi everyone, and yeah, happy to be here.
Congratulations, and we're so excited to have you. Anyone else?
Sylvester Carolan, I'm not sure you can hear me now.
Yes.
You can.
Yes, we can.
We can.
Yeah.
You can. I can. We all can.
I'm a contributor to comms and the parent group, parent SIG group, contributor experience, as well as Minikube. Yep.
Welcome. And I don't think there's anyone else today, but if anyone else would like to introduce themselves, I'll leave it open for a second. All right. Moving on. Last housekeeping item, I think. Note taker. So if anyone in the group would like to be our note taker today, the role of the note taker is to generally follow along with the discussion and make sure that we have notes in the note document so that anyone who didn't attend our meeting today can check the note document and get an idea of what was discussed. Anyone like to volunteer for a note taker today?
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to do that.
That is okay.
I mean, I like being honest with my inability to take notes.
I appreciate that.
Not so much an inability, it's that I am very interrupt driven.
Understandable. Nobody particularly wants it, then I'll just do it.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Let's move on ahead into our agenda then. Oh, there's one more housekeeping item that I need to add to my mental list, which is a reminder that this is a pretty casual call. We like to just have a conversation. So if at any time you want to say anything, ask any questions, please do feel free to do so either by speaking up or in the chat. Now, the agenda. Starting off with our new segment of the agenda, Messages of the Week. I added a few things in here. First and foremost, the new contributor orientation meeting. Finally got the meeting invites created this week. So it's happening September 17th, the third Tuesday of the month. There will be an EMEA APAC friendly time and an Americas friendly time-ish. It's at 8:30 for me, so maybe not perfectly friendly for the West Coast, but not the worst. But this will be our first time running this meeting. The idea is for it to be a monthly thing. Several of the folks here are involved with it. I think everybody is at least involved with it in some way. So folks are pretty familiar. So right now what we need is to get together some messages on this. I think Arvind, you had offered and then I lost it.
Yeah, I mean, I can draft up some messages for the socials and put it out maybe this week or next week. I'm not sure when we want to do that.
Sounds good. Sooner the better, probably. So we're probably gonna crash Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. I'm looking for any account level restrictions right now.
Thanks.
No
Yeah,
problem.
but I think, yes, help creating a plan. And it could be like a spreadsheet of like an idea of here's the time that we have until then, here's a suggestion of a few messages until then, or something like that. Or you can go ahead and put them directly in Buffer or whatever. Making sure that we have messages out there is the important thing.
Is
Yeah.
there a call to action in the messages, like redirecting them to a GitHub gist or issue or something?
Yeah, I would love
Uh,
for there to be a GitHub page for us to send them to, but we don't have that done yet. So we could hold off until we have that. Which Sylvester was, I think, working on a little bit, and I haven't had a chance to look at what he's been working on with the mentoring repo. I think it's mostly just mentoring stuff, right? But
It is, but I put a section there for this too, because there's a section under there for resources, and I've added this as a resource.
excellent. So it's a start.
Yeah.
Hoping that I can work on that a little bit between today and Monday. We'll see. I also still need to do another awards design, which, speaking of, is one of the other things that we need to send out messages about this week. Well, it's more for the KCS comms team, but
Yeah.
a lot of the KCS comms people are in our group as well, or have been at least. So
Well, that's encouraging.
the KCS CFP closes on September 15th, so there should be messages going out about that. And the KCS awards got extended by a week. Design call for designs got
okay.
extended for a week. So it was due last Saturday and it's due this Saturday. Right? No, Sunday, actually. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Interesting. Should have we put out social about that? Just out of curiosity.
I think Arvind sent out some social about it. I think that was before
Cool.
we sent the extension, though. We could send out another one. Do you
Yeah.
remember,
I think
Arvind?
Sandeep sent an email on
Oh, was it
Sunday.
Sandeep? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that the
But I think you sent
deadline.
something on social.
Yeah, I did. That was for the CFP reminder, which closes
Oh,
on
gotcha.
September 15th.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, I see it in here. This is awesome.
Yeah. So the design stuff has only been going to the email list, it sounds like. Yeah, we could send something on social media about that as well, I think.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. It's not going to hurt to throw it out there.
No.
We should
And I would
probably
only
do that.
do it on the case contributors accounts.
Yeah. I think I threw one of them at LinkedIn. We're just not getting, we don't really have much intel about who pays attention to that or if anyone does. So I'm thinking maybe we, if we feel like it, just throw it over there as well.
Yeah, LinkedIn usually has decent analytics, but I don't know about like pages, just profiles or
Yeah.
companies, however they call it on LinkedIn.
We just have to be careful on LinkedIn to make sure to say this is a contributor thing. Org members only or something like that.
Big time.
Though the design is not limited to org members, so
No.
we actually do have a submission from someone who's not an org member, and it's lovely.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Yeah. The moment we announced it, someone pinged me and was like, hey, my sister is interested in doing this. And I'm like, great.
Awesome. Nice.
Thank you for contributing to the community.
Mhm.
Cool. So that's the messages of the week that I think that we should be sending. New contributor orientation meeting info, KCS and a CFP closing reminder, and KCS Awards final reminder, which needs to be sent like today, tomorrow. Any other messages of the week or any questions, comments about those? Are there any elections comms going out this week, Arpit?
I have I have scheduled a whole message at once.
Yeah.
So
I don't
now
remember if there are any this week.
yeah. So I don't have any idea. Like I have a reminder set for me, for the tweet which is going to send on the last. I have set a reminder for that so that I can post about who is going to win the election and all.
Understandable. I'll log into Buffer real quick.
Also,
and see
I
what
want
we've
to
got.
ask,
I'm already in.
do we have any plans for Kubernetes.io account?
Sadly, no. We need some work.
Huh.
We've got
Yeah, because
we do have updates on the guidelines. So one reason that we don't is that we didn't have the guidelines publicly available on how to use that account. And Mario was working on that this morning, my time. So we should have an update about that. But go ahead.
yeah. Also, about LinkedIn, Chris mentioned about the LinkedIn analytics. So I am handling some company pages, some companies' LinkedIn pages. So yeah, LinkedIn analytics is working, and if we are going to post some kind of long form content over there, then it will work like basically it will work like magic. Otherwise, not. Like I have tried posting short form content on LinkedIn, but it is not working. We need a detailed post. Like if we are posting something, that should be detailed, just like that.
These all deserve their own individual projects.
Right.
Yeah. So this might be a good time for me to talk about social media shadow ideas. I haven't been able to get anything in writing, which I am bothered by and was talking with Chris about before we started the meeting. But I wanted to at least talk through what I'm kind of thinking there with folks that are here. So I want to create a new document outlining a clearer process for shadows of social media to develop skills around it. And what I'm thinking is that I want social media shadows to run projects like that. So like elections, like the fun facts thing that was started and then kind of dropped. Like those kinds of
it
things.
is not dropped, I guess. Nobody is working on that.
That's dropped.
Yeah, that would be dropped.
It can always get picked back up, but it has been dropped from the juggle of things that we have to do. Yeah, I guess that comes from the juggling analogy of you've got a bunch of tasks and you're trying to keep them all going, and it got dropped. Anyway.
Happens.
So that's kind of my thought. Arpit, you're my current shadow. One other thing that I wanted to mention is Arvind, you've been doing a lot with KCS comms and Sandeep as well, who's not here. So I was wondering if you would be interested in also being shadows for social media over here. Something for you to think about.
Yep.
Nice.
Definitely interested.
Thought that would be the answer. Cool. So then you'll have more help, Arpit, from more social media shadows. And I'd love for there to be more than one social media lead because we have so many platforms at this point.
Right.
Cool. So Arpit, Arvind, and I'll talk with Sandeep as well. We'll start a thread on Slack and we should work together to figure out some projects that we want to prioritize and try to check in with each other like on a weekly basis and make progress on those. And hopefully I'll get something written out with more detail on this idea. Any questions? Anything on that?
Now we have a team.
Hopefully. That's the idea. So I'll note that real quick. Adding to Arvind and Sandeep. and initiating new social media projects initiative. That's what I'm going to call that.
Oh,
Awesome.
sounds good.
So we'll talk more about that on Slack. Cool. Any other new items that folks want to discuss today? There's nothing in the list. We could move on to updates and big wins. I think that's what we do. So one thing I threw in here, which was briefly mentioned during introductions, Arvin just got org membership. Yay!
Woo!
Love to see it. Congratulations, and thank you, Arvin, for going through that process.
Thank you to you all for bringing me in.
Any notes that you'd like to share about your experience with the process? I don't know that anyone else who's currently going is on the call, but for posterity, anything you want to say about the process?
Oh, you mean the applying for org membership process?
Yeah.
Oh,
How was it? I would also like to learn because it's something you do once and then you don't do again, but you have to help other people with.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it got easier because I was actually applying for the the KubeCon scholarship. So I had prepared a HackMD form listing out all my contributions. So I basically threw in a bit.ly link in that essay for the scholarship form. So I think that document helped me because I already had all of my contributions listed there. So all I needed to do was check each of these steps in the new issue. So I guess that was it. But I actually messaged you about the optional suggested things that were present in the checkboxes, and I couldn't figure out what they were. You had to create a profile on Open Profile Dev Git DM, which tracks all of your contributions across the Kubernetes project. But so I basically skipped that because it was suggested but not really required. So I just went
And I
ahead.
didn't know what those things were, so
I did create my
I think they are
profile.
still. I think they are still also not working because I know that some of these things for devs that still are residing in some GitHub repo, especially when it comes to company alignment. So that's not taken out of your profile.
that
Oh.
makes sense.
Mhm.
Something is broken. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll
But
pass.
excellent. Glad that those were optional. And also your HackMD doc of your contributions was really nice. When he sent it to me, I was like, that is going to be useful at some point when you're working
Mhm.
and you need to do like performance reviews and stuff. So going for org membership, good practice.
Big time.
Awesome. So thank you. And we're so excited to have you as part of the group, Arvind. Excellent. And then one more thing in updates and big wins, we were just kind of talking about it a little bit. Kubernetes IO X guidelines.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like you've got a PR going.
Yes, I created a PR 10 minutes ago.
Ah,
Yay!
yay.
I saw you making updates on that this morning. I saw the emails of like accepting the comments in the doc that we had. So yay.
And I
So
hope I put it
social
in the
media.
right place. Because all of our other guidelines are in
question.
communication and not in the comms subfolder. There's also like the YouTube thingy thing and stuff like this.
Yeah, we probably need to do something with that communication folder and our folder. Like look at those and see if we need to like.
Oh, our folder is
merge
inside of
them
the
or something.
communication folder.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We're
I
in
don't
a
know.
weird
All of the
place.
guidelines
That's
are on the top level, which is fine, I guess, because they are more important than the internal charter thing.
Except for our Spotlight blog guideline.
yeah.
And others. The blogging resources are all under community/communications /contributor.com/blogging resources.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we should do like a review of that.
Yeah.
But good call.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
should.
Mario.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, I
So
already found the
especially,
first error.
oh, great. Progress.
Something like it. Yeah.
And social media shadows. This will be a great thing for you all to do is review these guidelines. The hope is that you all will be creating projects for this account. Maybe hopefully do a couple of projects with the lower level accounts and then we'll work you into the Kubernetes IO one maybe or something. I don't know. We're figuring it out. But definitely review these guidelines at your earliest convenience. Because we definitely want feedback on if they make sense, if we're missing important things that you can tell about. And as we start doing some projects on here, hopefully we'll find more things that we need to document or at least confirm that we've documented the right things. So that link is in the notes document. Make sure you check that out. We should probably post that in the Slack as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome anyone to make comments on that. Sounds good. Cool. So that's all I've got right now in updates and big wins. Any other discussion items before we move into the board?
We merged the template, the issue template.
Oh, that's right. That's also
Oh.
an update big win.
Good job.
And the automated tagging works for that comms automatically is tagged when an issue is created.
Nice.
Yay.
Thank you.
Which is also in the board. So excited to move that box. Move that box. I don't know what game show that's from, but it's from one of them.
It was the whole home makeover thing in like a week or something.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that show. Was merged.
I forget the name of it. But yeah.
Comms team is now automatically tagged in new issues. I wonder how out of date that team is.
It's probably not
what?
bad.
No, I
We'll
think
see.
we updated it. I think
Yeah,
we
we
updated
did.
Did we?
it.
It's like we
this
took off
spring.
Paris, we took off some folks, yeah.
Yeah, this spring we updated it when we went over the bots, not the bots, the thing for the contributor summit and stuff like this.
Excellent.
Yes.
Cool. So with that very exciting thing that we are going to get to again here in a minute, I think we're ready to move into the board.
Woohoo.
All right, let's start off with ready for review, the SIG scheduling spotlight. This is due to go out like this week or something, right? Any updates there? I think this is Arvind and Federico.
Yep, I think it was awaiting reviews from the SIG docs member.
That you were waiting on? Tim said something about getting the PR ready for both the
Yeah.
regular website and the contributor
It's
site.
done. Yeah, that was done last week. So
Yeah.
might be some sand in the gears or something. We can check it back. I'm not sure if the date has passed. If it has, I'll update it. I'll bump it to next week. But there's already a PR open for both, for the website and for the contributor sites, and that's described in the discussion as well.
Looks like the date is today.
So maybe excessively optimistic to assume that it will be done today, but I'll bump it for next Wednesday or something. And ping. And I mean, Tim mentioned this in our own chat last week, I think, and he did take a look, but and I acted on it, so now it's coming back to that again.
All right. right.
Hmm.
And it looks like we have the contributor site one in here, but we don't have the
No,
regular
but
website one. So I'm going
let
to
me
add
add
it
it.
because,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
or
it's
you can.
since it's yeah, it's 1 second, let me take this out. It should be simple because it's already open the PR, so it's a matter of
I've got it, I
uh,
think.
scheduling. It's there.
Yep, I've got it. All right,
Okay.
contributor site, issue, PR, and website PR are all in, ready for review. So that should be out next week. Excellent work, Arvind and Federico, and I look forward to seeing it. All right, and there's one other item in ready for review. Federico, SIG Architecture, Enhancement Spotlight.
Yes, that's the latest edition and the close to final one in the SIG architecture series. This is the enhancements project article, which was on Markdown status last week, and I've opened the PR for the contributor site, and I will open it for the website shortly. So it's publication date 2 weeks from now. Let's it's a matter of just reviewing. I mean, I'll publish the link in our channel as well. So that's close to done.
Added the PR to our ready for review column as well. Ooh, good call. Whoever just moved that over. Another item for our ready for review column. Thank you, Mario. Is guidelines for usage of Kubernetes IO on Twitter. Finally in review. Please make sure that you review that if you are at all interested in our use of our largest social media platform, which I hope you are. Cool. Any other questions, comments about things in the ready for review column?
Yes, there's another. Give me 1 second. I think there's another one ready for review. Let me
Nice. Big week.
Yeah.
Spotlight lists. It's there.
Spotlight lists. What
There we
is
go.
this?
It requires a
Oh,
LGPM
yes, this thing.
because now with the release leads permissions, everything I do gets approved automatically. So it's already approved. So I'm careful with the things I touch. So it requires a LGTM for someone.
Can relate.
Absolutely, yeah,
My
I can
first.
imagine. But for me, it's unexpected because it never happened.
Me too, because nobody told me what I was getting into. I remember when I first became a SIG co-chair and I was like, so what do I own? And Bob was like,
Yeah, that certain feeling that I shouldn't be doing things because they happen now without any kind of additional supervision, which is not the most comforting feeling ever. But anyway, this is the spotlight list that we've mentioned. So the updating of the articles that were made. I hope that it's complete enough. It's all that I could find. But if it isn't, I mean, it's just opening up another comment PR or whatever, and I'll update it. This also addresses one of the requests that we had last week from someone. I can't remember the specifically who that was looking for an open SIG to do things in. And this is this should help on that endeavor.
So this is a list of what we have right now, though,
Yes.
right?
It's an update
Okay.
for the list of what's already done, which by looking at it, essentially also provides a list of what's not done. And the follow-up to this will be adding the missing ones on the to-do list in our board.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that folks are looking for most right now, because we have several folks who are like, I
Okay.
want to do something. What can I do? And we're like, oh.
Absolutely. If the list there is good enough, I can just start doing that in the next couple of days, and by next week we should have it filled.
That sounds great. And I'll let some folks know about that once we have it done. This is an excellent start, though, and was desperately needed. We should really add it to the process when someone creates a Spotlight
Yeah.
blog,
Automatically
adding it
to
in.
there. Yeah.
Ooh, I like the idea of automatically. That's something to
Well,
look
yeah,
into.
automatically is maybe excessively optimistic, but yes, it would be good, but I'm not sure how.
At least add it to the manual process.
That is perhaps a more realistic thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Arvind, prepare thyself.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much, Federico, for doing that. I'm excited to see some movement on that. So many things and ready for review. Any other questions, comments on ready for review things? All right. Excellent work, folks. Let's move on to what's in progress. First off, SIG Spotlight availability. What is this?
I think it's
Oh,
related to
yes.
what was just mentioned.
Yeah. So I guess that's still in progress because there's still the other part
Yeah.
of it of adding it to the board. So I'll leave that there for now and hopefully we can move it next week. Next item, buffer access audit. Chris and I, maybe someday we'll do that.
Do you want to try for next week? Like schedule something after this call?
Yeah. I do have
you're-
something at 9, but it's kind of informal, so we
I mean,
can
it can wait.
figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we can just slack.
Can we wait though? Can we?
No, we shouldn't at this point, but we can do it via Slack at least.
Yeah. Also something else just popped up in my head, so I'll go ahead and say it while I'm here. For the new contributor orientation call, we really need to have a pre-call run through of the content.
Yes.
So next week's meeting, we could take up time to do that, but we always use all of our time, so I'd kind of hate to do that. We could set up a separate meeting or something.
Yeah, we probably should just do like a dry run meeting.
Dry run meeting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking
I can
of
set that up.
NCO, the account limit for enterprise accounts on Zoom is 500 people, and I don't see any
Okay.
indication that we have any add-ons. So I'm assuming that's the limit.
That's a pretty good
And
limit.
yeah,
Hopefully we won't hit that.
hopefully, no.
I would be very surprised if we did. Possible, but I
It's
don't think it's
possible.
likely.
Yeah, I don't think like this would have to get wildly popular somehow, I think, to go over like 250.
Yeah. I could see us hitting 100, but 500, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
Yeah, no.
cool. So I put dry run meeting on my to-do list.
Cool.
Should I put that on a thing here? Not really. I don't think so. Cool. So what do you
I'll
think?
put it in the notes. I'll just say need to schedule a dry run.
Good call. Thank you. All right. Moving on in the in progress column. AI rules. How's that going, Mario?
I think he left.
Oh no. That's okay. This is
He did
kind of
say he
his
was leaving early.
block.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I'm not
No,
paying
that's okay.
attention to the chat. All right. So this is kind of his section, so we can probably go through it pretty quickly. Sensitive comms process. There is an issue for that. Mario removed the lifecycle stale on it, so that's progress.
I'll take it.
We should probably look at that more, but anyway. Another one about guidelines for sensitive end user impacting comms. We just have it twice. Sometimes that happens. Promoting new contributor workshop content. That is also something we need to add to the messages for the week. I'm gonna add that here. New contributor workshop. Promotion.
Ashley?
Yes, please.
Hello, Kathleen. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Kathleen, do you want me to send an award reminder tonight? In a couple of hours.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you don't
That'd be
mind.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll
Also,
send out
by the
or-
way, oh, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, tell me.
All right. So earlier in the call, we were talking about social media shadows. And I was saying that I have RPit as a shadow currently. I would like to have more shadows for social media. So I think you and Arvind have been doing a great job with the KCS comms. And I was wondering if you would like to be a shadow for social media in this group.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
And Arvind, thank you so much. And Kathleen, yes, thank you so much for the PR about Arvind's org membership. That is really very wonderfully compiled. I'll try to get my going tomorrow.
Yay.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Cool. So just to review the social media shadow thing real quick, my idea here is I really need to create a new document, but I haven't gotten to that yet. So going over it just from my brain is so I want my shadows to lead some projects. So KCS stuff will give you kind of a sense for what leading a project is like. Other ones are like elections, the fun facts thing that Sandeep, you, and I think Arpit and maybe more people started doing. Then it kind of got dropped, but we can pick that back up again and work on that and kind of brainstorming ideas together on what projects we want to do with the social media that we have. So I'm going to start a Slack chat for us to discuss that more.
Cool.
Cool. Coming back to the board then. So promoting new contributor workshop content is in progress as well. We need to plan that alongside the new contributor orientation stuff. And notify comms team when a new issue is created. That one, it's done because I merged that PR.
Okay.
I approved that PR.
Good.
I would say Mario is the one who merged it, arguably. I don't know how that language works, but he put this as a sign 4 minutes ago. So maybe there's more that he's working on there.
Probably.
He said it was working. I'm going to put it in ready for review. We'll just check over it earlier next week. Cool. Moving on, steering spotlight blog. Arpit, I saw that you made some updates in our Slack channel. Would you like to go over it here?
Yeah. So basically, I received the response. They would like to go over the responses one more time, and then I can like continue to draft a blog.
Excellent.
For
So
SIG
some response.
docs one, yeah, the document is complete, but some of the folks like to reread the document and make some changes. So once they are done with it, I will draft the blog. And for SIG docs one, I didn't get any response till now. I will ping them again.
So I'm going to say responses received, some edits by interviewees in progress. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's
Cool.
accurate.
Excellent. So I've updated that issue. I am really looking forward to seeing that one. I would love to review that. I'm impressed you got it done so quickly. Nicely done.
Yeah.
And the next one is also you, Arpit. You've got 4 in a row here. So SIG Docs is the next one on the list.
I haven't received any responses for SIG docs. I will ping them again.
Okie dokie. That can happen. Good work on keeping on it. We appreciate that. Next one, Kate's Infra Budget Special Blog. I think this one was going on
yeah.
pause.
No, actually, Mario is busy. I tried to schedule a meet with him, but let's see if we can get on a meet next week, and then this will get started.
Cool.
I have contacts for you to reach out to on Kate's SIG
Uh,
info.
Yeah. I think we were going to start with Mario for this one since this was his idea and he's deeply involved with Kate's infra. I know Akansha was also working on a Kate's infra SIG spotlight, and she said that they were really busy right now and didn't have time for it. So we'll see if that's the case for this one as well. It might be that it has to go on hold, which is fine. Worth figuring out.
Yeah.
And the last one for you, at least in this section,
for
Arpit.
Yeah,
Oh, go
for
ahead.
Kubetal one, I will like start that blog after like one of the either steering one is published or the docs one is published. Like because I don't have time right now. Once I am free with the steering blog, I will like work on the Kubetal one.
Sounds excellent. Waiting for steering and docs, probably both of those to be out of the way, right?
Yep.
Cool. But this is something that's particularly relevant for some content that you've been making, so want to leave it in your court for now. Cool. Moving on. Policy Working Group Spotlight. Arujval was interested in this. I don't think Arujval's on, so we'll rely on Slack updates on that. And Frederico, do you know what's up with the Policy Working Group Spotlight by Arujval?
No, not more than what I have from the status updates.
Understandable. So check in on Slack for that one.
But honestly, now that I've checked, I'm not including that one in my status, so it's not surprising that Arujval didn't. No, wait, steering spotlight, is that one? No.
Policy Working Group.
Policy, no. I need to add it. Sorry. Yep.
Cool. Arujval is pretty self-driven
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
I only have him for the SIG UI one there, and for that, sorry, Policy Workgroup Spotlight. It's the new one.
It looks like we added it just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
or last
it's
week.
in the list that I sent today, actually, to the channel. It's the last one. Policy.
Cool.
But no.
So it's in the
updates.
list. Cool. I was gonna say he's pretty self-driven, so he often kind of makes progress on his own. So I'm sure that he'll have something when we check in with him. Cool. Moving on, add a SIG architecture spotlight article. Updates on SIG architecture, Federico.
Spotlights off, sorry?
SIG architecture. I think we already went over the main one.
I still need to continue the transcription of that one. That's the API governance that's missing. So the SIG architecture one is the global one. We have advanced one step more with the enhancements PR that was opened, and now the last one is the API governance interview that I did with a video interview that needs to be transliterated. I still haven't done it.
Cool. Enhancements. PR is open. API governance interview has been conducted. Needs transcribing. Excellent. Thank you. And then only one other one for you in the in progress column, the SIG etcd spotlight article. Any updates on the SIG etcd spotlight article, Federico?
Yeah, sorry, I was
ago.
talking but was on mute.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so we got the answers, and the last time that I checked last week, we needed to review them and add them to Markdown. I haven't done it yet, or the person that was working with me on it, which I can't remember who, but it's in my list. But I guess that now with the other PRs out of the way, that's a good one for advancing for next week.
Sounds good. Looks like Mario helped you with it at some point. I don't know if anyone else has been helping with the SIG etcd.
I have it somewhere in here. Wait a second. Let me check.
Maybe I could help you with Markdown.
Absolutely. I'll reach out in the channel and I'll add you directly.
Sure. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sandeep.
Yeah, I
Alright.
can't find the private messages because the Slack removes the private messages after a while. So
Yeah.
I lose them and I can't easily find them again. So I'll have to check who was working with me. Let me see if I put it here.
Such is open source.
Yeah. But the answers, we
Oh.
have them. So
Cool.
mark now, and
Alrighty then. Excellent. So SIG architecture and SIG etcd moving along. I'm sure that you're excited to get those kind of out of the way as you kick up the release team processes. Moving on, the SIG apps spotlight is Sandipan. I know that his internship got extended a couple of weeks ago. I've been seeing more of him around lately, but do we have any updates on Sandipan's SIG apps spotlight? Sounds like no. We'll keep checking in on it on Slack. Next one, Sandeep, the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Working Group blog post. I wanted to bring up the deadline that you mentioned. If you would please tell us about it.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
All good.
Yeah. Sorry. So I think I reached out to Federico, and he told me that I need to convert it to a Markdown, and I think then I think I have to raise a PR. Correct? Do I have
yes.
the
Yeah.
right to raise a PR?
You can either raise the PR or Federico can do it on your behalf.
Yeah.
Whatever
any of
works
us
best for you.
can. Yeah.
yeah. For which one?
Okay. And
Deaf and Hard of Hearing Working Group post.
Yeah. No worries. Yes. So that one we can work on that together. So we've just mentioned that the YAML, Markdown. The Markdown for that is the next step. After which we can open the PR. If you want to open the PR, I can help you open the PR. If not, I will open it. The main reason to be aware, the main thing to be aware is that once you open the PR yourself, you're responsible for the rest of the process, like reviewing, accepting the changes, responding to the updates, using the Git commands if needed, merging, revising, etc., which is nothing out of the ordinary, but sometimes people are not particularly happy to get thrown into it without any prior exposure. So we can discuss, and also for that, you need org membership. I don't know if that's a reality. I can't, it is, so that's not an issue. So you can open the PR certainly.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'll let you do it. And Arvind was also very kind enough, like I asked him what are the next steps. And then Arvind was also very kind enough to share in detail the next steps. So thank you, Arvind, for that.
Thank you, Arvind.
And Federico, thanks. I'll reach out to you on Slack DM.
Okay, excellent. Thank
Perfect. Thank you, Sandeep.
Actually-
I'm so excited for this. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I was actually what I thought was that in my org membership, I'll put this PR. But apparently, I cannot raise a PR until I have the org membership.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll let Federico raise it. Thank you.
But I mean, just to be clear, there was a time that we actually defined a policy that it should be a single person to open the PRs, because there were, I guess that some of the PRs were being opened without the correct content being there. So we did drafts with Josh and others. There was a concern. I don't think that now that things are more structured in the overall team, I don't think that's such a big risk. So don't feel that you have to not do it. I can, if you want to do it, I can help you with it and you open it, or I can open it and you can follow what I do step by step, and then in the next one, do it yourself. We can discuss either option through the end.
Yeah, I think you can open it. There might be some steps in the process that you're blocked by with the org
Yeah.
membership, but one
Mhm.
of us can get you out of that. But also you should have org membership very soon, like in the next week or two. So
Okay, sure. Whatever you suggest, I'm fine with it. But I do remember raising a couple of PR. Probably not in ContribEx, but I think I've raised a couple of PR for documentation and other things.
that counts as well for org membership.
Mhm. Sure does.
You've got plenty for org membership with or without it. So I
Yeah.
would say do the PR for this blog post if you want to learn about doing the
Yeah.
PRs.
Yes,
Or-
I want to learn. Yes.
Then I think you
Yes.
can. I think
Yes,
Federico can
thank
help
you.
you with that.
Yes, thank you. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Federico, for helping so many folks create blog
My
posts.
pleasure,
It's
of
so
course.
awesome.
Yeah, really is.
So cool. All right, we have 2 minutes left. We only have 2 things left here. Comms team, social media lead, shadow structure. We had a discussion about that at least. Hopefully I'll get that into writing soon, especially as we discuss on Slack, hopefully. And deaf and hard of hearing working group spotlight. We have that twice. So probably need to get rid of one of those, but that's fine. And then in the to-do column, new contributor orientation blog and new contributor story blog series. Oh yeah, these are interesting things that we briefly talked about 3 weeks ago, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah. I guess we want to do a blog about the new contributor orientation meeting after the first ones, and then we can talk a
Yeah.
little bit about how it went
Uh-huh.
and like what we're doing going forward. And then I think someone had mentioned interest in spinning up some kind of new series where we can highlight contributor stories as we were talking about this whole thing. So if anyone wants to do that, more than happy to encourage and support that. And we have 1 minute left.
Wow.
Oh, no, we don't.
Well done.
We are at time. But any last minute items for anyone? All right, then. I think I'll stop the recording. Chris, if you want to hang out for a few minutes, my next meeting is soft. So we could hang out and do some buffer review. I guess we want to do it on a separate call, don't we? Because we gotta
we
like
kinda
go over
do.
who's in
We
there.
don't wanna
Yeah,
record
we'll
it
have
or
to.
anything.
We
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. I mean, we definitely wouldn't want to record it, but we probably wouldn't want to do it in a larger call either. Just the
No.
2 of us, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe Mario as well.
Right.
Cool.
I'm going to drop
so-
anyway, so I'll see you all again next time. Oh, I'm out next. I'm out on a meeting next week, so I'm not sure I'll make it.
Noted.
Yep.
We'll chat more on Slack because you've been
Yep.
helping out with some of the new contributor orientation stuff, and I'll probably need some. Well, I'll probably keep you in the loop as I try to create some stuff in the mentoring repo at the very least.
Sounds good. Speak to you soon, guys. Have a good weekend.
You
Thanks
too.
for joining.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.
Sounds good.